Hello to my lady viewers. In this episode, we'll continue our discussion about going green when you're on your period. In this episode, we'll talk about tips, tricks, and hacks for making your experience more enjoyable, so stay tuned.
Under strange skies, if you're lost, will you just keep swimming?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sky Meets Earth. This episode is for the ladies, so for you men out there, or if you're particularly squeamish, this episode may not be for you. Here are 3 mama cloths, or cloth pads. This one is a Boo Boo Bibby style. This is a Luna pad style. It actually has an insert that can go in them to extend the life of the back. And this is organic cotton, which is kind of nice that they have that option. And this is a handmade one. So in all of these cases, snaps will be used to hold it in place around your underwear, so it snaps around the gusset. So when you're done using your mama cloth or your cloth pad, in theory it is covered with menstrual blood and not particularly attractive. So one tip that I have for you is to use the power of peroxide. Peroxide is a miracle worker when it comes to protein-based stains such as menstrual blood. And you just kind of squirt down the pad where the blood has hit the pad, and then you stick it into a pail and add some cold water. Cold water is great because it won't set the stain like hot water will. And where did it go? Oh, and then you add a little bit of super washing soda. Then you let this soak until you're ready to do your laundry. Since I'm a cloth diapering mom, I like to do these with the diaper laundry. Because then I don't have to worry about my nice clothes or anything. If you're not cloth diapering, that's okay. You can throw these pads in with your wipes or your dirty towels or whatever, what have you, and they will get clean in the wash. So this is a really nice tool to cut down in the staining process and extend the life of your pads. It's not that I've ever had pads stain my laundry, but I'm just paranoid that one day it could possibly. I doubt it, but hey, if you're like me, a little bit squeamish, then putting it in with something you don't care too much about is a good idea. So that takes care of cleaning these pads. Another tip I have for you is when you're out and about. You can actually fold these up really nicely and snap them together. So they are kind of small like that. Most styles of pads will allow you to do this, but you can just kind of fold it if that's not the case for you. If you get a pouch kind of like this, this is actually a diaper wipe pouch by Planetwise, but I have seen pouches designed specifically for this purpose too. The front pouch can be used to store dry, clean ones. Like that, like so. And, you zip it shut. I don't have to show you that, I guess. Inside the large pouch, you'll see a lining that will keep any dirty pads from staining anything else, so it can sit inside your purse or your school bag or whatever without getting anything messy. it can fold up to be a little bit more discreet. I love that they come in so many different prints, so you can really, choose according to your own personal style. And at the end of the day, when you get back home, you take your theoretically messy pad and treat it as I had previously shown with the peroxide and cold water in the pail. You can throw your pouch in as well and wash it along with your pads. It helps if you're out and about frequently to have more than one. It kind of depends on how often you're doing your laundry. If you're doing it every day, then it may not be a problem. But if it's every other day or even further, then you may want a few more pouches and a few more pads for that length of time between laundry days. So now that we've gone over a few tips I have when using Mama Cloth, I have a few tips for you for the Diva cup, if you can even see it. Now there are other cups out there. I only have experience with this one, so I'm not trying to tell you that you need to buy this one. I'm just letting you know that that's where my bias lies. So the first thing that I want to share with you is that there are graduated lines on the Diva cup that mark how much blood flow has been collected. And this is very useful for some people who are monitoring the amount of blood loss that they have in the course of their period. So some people do feel that these ends here are irritating, and if you find that that's the case for you, you can simply snip off the tail with a pair of scissors. As long as you're not impacting the cup, you'll be fine. Mine is still intact because I don't find it to be a problem. As soon as I do, then it's gone. To clean the Diva cup, all you have to do is retrieve it. So you're going, up your vagina, you're breaking the seal a little, you're dragging it back down, and then you just kind of drop the menstrual flow into the toilet. So once you've removed the Diva cup from your vagina and you've dumped it over the toilet, you can go to the bathroom sink and rinse it out there. Then you can add either some kind of mild silicone safe soap or the Diva Wash, which is formulated by the same folks who make the Diva cup. And you just kind of, dab a little bit into the cup, wash it, and then rinse underneath the bathroom sink. And once that has been rinsed, you can reinsert it into your vagina, or you can put it into this little bag that comes with the Diva cup, and shut it. Now, the reason that this is made from cloth is that while it's shut, it can block out the particulate matter that might be floating around in the bathroom, but will allow airflow to pass through, and that way it won't harbor bacteria. So this is a really clever kind of device. If you end up getting a menstrual cup that does not come with a pouch, you could easily sew one. So just take that idea and run with it. The reason I recommend the Diva Wash is that it is, it's pH balanced, it's fragrance free, it is vegan, it's 100% plant-based ingredients with no animal testing or ingredients. It's very mild. I've just been using it very happily. I don't go through a whole lot of it, so it's not super expensive. The neat thing about the Diva cup is it's one item that you use for the whole length of your period. You don't have to have a giant stash of things. It's very minimalist. If you've inserted this and have created a good seal and a good suction, then you can keep it within yourself for 12 hours, at which time you would want to remove it, dump it, clean it, reinsert it. However, if you feel the need to remove it when you're out and about, or if you're on some kind of camping trip during your period, you may find that washing this under a bathroom sink in a public bathroom is not something you're ready to do. And that's fine. One approach that you can do is you can carry kind of an empty bottle. This is a repurposed Perry bottle, but any kind of dish soap bottle that has this kind of pop top is really nice. And you fill it with water in the bathroom sink before going into the stall. In the stall, you remove the Diva cup, you dump it, and then you spray it down with the water that you've taken from the sink. And then you can reinsert it. You don't have to use soap. It's rather nice to do that whenever you can next, but that is one trick that you can do when you're out and about, and for whatever reason feel the need to remove your Diva cup. If you're having trouble creating a suction, or if you're simply just new to the Diva cup and just don't feel comfortable yet, you can double up on your period gear. You can get a Diva cup at lunapads.com, and they also sell menstrual cloth pads as well. So what you would do is you would put this on your underwear and this in your vagina, and you'll be doubly protected. You can also store all of your gear in the pouch that I talked about before. If you're having trouble inserting the Diva cup and learning how to do that, I do recommend looking online. There are a lot of videos about the different folds that you can do with them, different positions that you can make, and just troubleshooting tips in general. So you can really learn a lot. Google is your friend. I hope that these tips have been helpful for you, and that these tips will help you have an easier time transitioning to a greener period. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and share with me any new tips that I might include in my own repertoire or to share with others. If you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time for another green tip. Diva wash, and I'll tell you why in just a sec. Keiko!